Hello everyone, today you are going to learn how to generate images with Midjourney. I'm going to start off this tutorial by saying that this video is for people who are brand new to AI art generation and people who are brand new to using Midjourney through Discord. We're going to start off very basic and move very slowly through the steps of creating amazing images with artificial intelligence. Midjourney has a ton of different parameters that you can use in your creations, but in this video, we're not going to use any of them. We're going to keep it easy to learn, and we're going to keep it very straightforward. We're simply going to ask Midjourney to create images of various things and see how they turn out. Let's get started. For this tutorial, we're going to create our images through a private Discord server. If you'd like to learn how to set up your own Midjourney Discord server, I'll leave a link in the description to another video I created that will help you set this up. Now let's take a look at basic image generation with Midjourney. To start an image generation with Midjourney, you first want to type /imagine followed by prompt : Generally, prompt : will be filled in for you automatically, but if it's not, just type prompt : after /imagine. For our first generation, let's go with something easy, a pug dog. After /imagine prompt : simply add what you would like to generate and hit enter. After hitting enter, it'll take a minute or two to generate the image. Here are the 4 images of the pug dog that Midjourney has created. Because we didn't use any aspect ratio parameters, Midjourney will give us 4 1x1 images of the pug dog. Anytime Midjourney generates images, it will always give you 4 random images of whatever you asked for. Some of these will be great, other times, not so much. Now, once you've generated these 4 images, you're going to notice these buttons appear underneath them. U1 through U4 are used to upscale the chosen image. This basically means that you'll create a higher quality version of the image that you choose. The numbers correspond to each image in a clockwise manner. The V1 through V4 buttons lets you make a variation of whatever image that you choose. This will take elements from the picture, remix them, and give you a different pose or a slightly different image. The button with the blue icon is for re-rolling all 4 images to get 4 entirely new ones. When I generate images, I tend to get my prompt figured out, and then I re-roll a few times to get a better selection of the images that I want. Of these images of the pug, I like U1 the best, so I'm going to click the U1 button to upscale the image. When you click the upscale button, you're going to get a bunch of different options here. We're going to focus on upscale subtle and upscale creative. Upscale subtle enhances the quality of your image, but keeps the details the same. Let's use upscale subtle and upscale creative to see if we can even notice any of the differences. As you can see from these 2 images, there's not much difference between upscale subtle and upscale creative. Upscale subtle is the one on the left here, and upscale creative is the one on the right. There's a little bit of a difference in the reflection in the eyes and with some of the white fur around the snout. Generally, you're going to want to use upscale subtle because that's exactly what you asked for. With upscale creative, you really don't know what changes are going to be made, and generally they're so small that it doesn't even matter. Now let's use another prompt and try out the variation options. For this prompt, we're going to use a wolf standing on top of a mountain. Not only are we going to use a subject, but now we're also going to add a location to the prompt. Like we did with the pug dog, type /imagine and whatever you would like to generate. Here are the 4 images that Midjourney has generated for a wolf standing on top of a mountain. For this example, we're going to test out the variation options. But before we do this, let's turn remix mode on. Remix mode will allow you to tweak your prompt before submitting it again. To get to the menu to turn it on, type /settings and hit enter. Now you want to click the button for remix mode. It's always nice to have remix mode on so you can make changes to your prompt without having to retype the whole thing out again. Let's re-roll these 4 images, but use the remix mode to have it be set at night. Click the re-roll button with the blue icon on it. When you click the reroll button, this pop-up will appear. This is what you get when you have remix mode turned on. Let's reroll these 4 images, but use remix mode to have the prompt to be set at night. As you can see, we now have 4 new images of a wolf standing on top of a mountain at night. Let's ask Midjourney for a variation of image number 1. To do this, simply click the V1 button. As you can see, it has taken the original image, but has slightly changed it. When you use one of the variation options, it will maintain a very similar look to the original, but will alter it so the pose or the staging of the image could be slightly different. Let's try something different for our last generation. Instead of using an animal, we're going to use a medieval knight. For this generation, we're going to add a description of what the subject is wearing and a location. The prompt is going to be a medieval knight wearing white armor standing in front of a castle. Here are the 4 images that Midjourney has created. Now let's change the knight's armor to black, but keep them in a similar location. We can do this by hitting the reroll button with remix mode turned on, and by changing white armor to black armor in the prompt. As you can see, the knight's armor has changed from white to black, but they're still standing in front of a castle. Now let's change the environment that the knight is in. Once again, hit the reroll button and change in front of a castle to in a gloomy forest. As you can see, by slightly tweaking your prompts, you can cause significant changes in the images that are generated. Midjourney has a ton of different options and parameters to alter all of your images, but what you've learned in this video will give you a good basic starting point. Like and subscribe for more AI content.